So today we will talk about RH factor. So basically this RH factor is derived from rhesus monkey, right? Because it was first found on rhesus monkey, and basically it is present on the surface of RBC. This is RBC, right? It is present on the surface of RBC. For example, this is antigen A, right? And consider here RH factor is also present. So you will write that the blood group is A positive. Basically the RH factor is present. Why positive? Because of this RH, because RH factor is present. And why blood group A? Because antigen A is present, because antigen A is present over here. So in this body there will be no antibody against RH will be produced. So no antibody against RH will be produced. Okay, so for example, consider that there is an RBC. There is an RBC, and like over here the antigen A is present, but over here our RH factor is not present. RH factor is not present. So the blood group will be A negative. Blood group will be A negative, right? So here, like first there will be no formation of, like first initially there will be no formation. There will be no formation of antibody of RH. Initially there will be no formation of antibody of RH, but once the blood group is given, once the opposite blood group is given to it, it start to produce antibody against the RH, because it doesn't have RH factor. First section of the blood is not known, that it does not have, it does actually the blood doesn't recognize it itself that it doesn't have RH factor. Once a blood with RH factor is entered into that blood, it recognizes its own blood and produces RH factor antibody. So first blood transfusion is allowed. Like it can be it is risk taking, but it can be easily done, but not second time. Okay, so basically this RH factor has genotype of 3. Basically it has phenotype of 2, positive and negative, right? Positive and negative, but it has genotype of 3, right? Let's look into how. For example, where we have DD, basically this shows the RH factor. This RH factor D is basically, this shows the absence of antigen RH antigen, absence of antigen RH, and this shows presence of antigen RH, right? So basically, as I said, there are three genotypes. Let's look into this. For example, if you have condition of DD, right? So it means that it is heterozygous dominant dominant condition. Heterozygous dominant Rh positive. It will be like this. Or for example, this is something like this. So it means it is homozygous recessive Rh factor, right? And for example, if we have sorry, if we have something like DD, so basically this shows homozygous dominant Rh antigen, right? This shows this. So let's look into that which Rh factor can be given to which. Let's make a checkerboard over here, right? So here we have A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive, A negative, B negative, AB negative, and O negative. Let's make a checkerboard over here. This basically this checkerboard is not given anywhere, but I've made this for your convenience, right? Let's make this A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive, A negative, B negative, AB negative, and in the last we have this O negative. Okay, we'll be finishing this too. Right, so what if can A positive give blood to A positive? Like, look, okay, whatever we look this side, antibody. A positive have antibody against B, and it doesn't have antibody against Rh, right? So I guess it can give blood to A positive. Can't give blood to B positive because B positive has an antibody against A antigen. AB positive have antibody against what? It doesn't have any kind of antibody against AB or A. Okay, so it can also give. It will be like this. It can give. Okay, O negative, basically it has antibody against A, so it can't give. This A negative have basically, okay, in the first transfusion it can easily accept, but not for the second. So here we will apply cross. So basically this A negative have antibody against Rh, so obviously it can't, so cross. It has also cross, cross and cross, right? B positive, so it can't give to A positive, but it can give to B and AB. It can't give to O, no, and no, right? Let's talk about AB. So AB can give to A or not. A have antibody against B, and it doesn't have antibody against Rh factor, right? So I guess it can not give because it has antibody against B. Obviously it can't give to B, but can give to AB, and it can't give to like O2 because O have antibody against AB. It can't give to A negative positive, not to AB negative too, right, and neither to O negative, right. Let's talk about O positive. Can O positive give blood to A? Basically A have antibody against B, but this O has antibody against A and B, so I guess it can't. So basically it can give. This A have antibody against B, so it doesn't have any kind of antigen, so it can give. It can also give to B because O doesn't have any kind of antigen, right? So here very positive. So AB have basically antibody again. It doesn't have any kind of antibody over here, so it can also give, right. We have O negative, obviously, so it is O positive, right. It is O positive, so it can also give to O positive. It will give to blood to O positive. It will not give to A negative, neither B negative, maybe no O negative, right. If you go A negative, so basically A negative can give to A positive or not. A negative, A positive doesn't have antibody against RH, right. So I guess it can give. It can't give to B. It can give to A, B. It can't give to O, but it can give to A and not to B. It can give to A, B, right, but not to O. If we about B, so B can't give to A, but it can give to itself, to A, B, not to O, not to A, but to B, yes, cross, and this. If we talk about AB, this is AB negative basically. AB negative can give to A positive or not. Basically AB negative have antibody against, okay, A positive has antibody against B, so it can't give neither to AB. It can give to AB, but can it give to O? No, 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 and no. Okay, if we talk about O negative, basically O negative is universal donor, so it will give to everyone. It will give to everyone, right. So what are the two things that we concluded over here? That O negative is basically universal donor, and AB, basically AB positive is universal receiver, right. So I hope this is clear to you. If you have any kind of queries, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be very glad to answer you guys.